Hi, I'm Matt Estes, a solar consultant at Oak Electric. And today we're going to talk about batteries. You can do solar panels that will help to reduce and offset your electricity bill with or without batteries. To go solar, you do not have to have batteries. But if you do have batteries, there are two main advantages to having batteries paired with your solar system. First, batteries typically do help to reduce a portion of the electricity bill. For example, when your solar panels are producing more electricity than you're using, and you're backfeeding that extra energy that you're producing back to your utility company, you're usually getting credit for that, and you're getting that credit for that extra electricity at a reduced rate compared to what you pay when you buy electricity from your utility company. The battery will allow you to be able to store some of that extra produced energy on a daily basis and reuse that stored energy before you start buying energy from the utility company. So you avoid that selling low and buying high, if you will, on whatever your storage capacity of the battery is. So batteries do help to reduce a small portion of your electricity bill. More valuable to most people, batteries provide backup power during power outages. Without batteries, you cannot use your solar electricity during a power outage. With batteries, you can use your solar power during a power outage. How long those batteries will last during a power outage depends on three different things. How much energy are you actually capable of producing? Is it a cloudy day? Is it daytime? Is it a winter day? Is it a summer day? It all depends on how much energy are you capable of producing. How much energy do you have stored? What's your storage capacity of your battery? And then very importantly, how much energy are you actually using? The less you use during a power outage, the longer the battery will last. The more you're producing during a power outage, the longer the battery will last. I'm Matt Estes. I'm a solar consultant at Oak Electric. Today we're going to talk about batteries. You can do solar panels on your house, which will help to reduce and offset your electricity bill. You don't have to, add batteries to your solar panels. There are two benefits to having batteries with your solar panels. The first is a financial benefit, which the batteries do typically help to reduce a small portion of your electricity bill. During the day with solar panels, when you are producing more electricity than you're using, the extra electricity that you're producing is backfed back to your utility company, and you do get credit for that electricity. The credit that you earn is typically at a reduced rate compared to what you pay when you buy electricity from the utility company. When you have batteries, you can store some of that extra energy that you're producing during the day in the battery, and then in the evening, when you stop producing as much as you're using, you can start using that stored energy in the battery. That does help to reduce a small portion of your electricity bill based on that cost difference of selling electricity at a low rate to the utility company and buying electricity from them at a higher rate. The battery helps to make up that cost difference. That's the financial benefit of the battery. The second and bigger benefit to the battery is that the battery will allow you to have some backup power during a power outage. So when the grid goes down, you have the stored energy in the battery, plus the battery allows you to be able to use your solar during a power outage. How long the battery will last depends on three different things. During a power outage, how much energy are you capable of producing? How much energy do you have stored in the battery? And three, very importantly, how much energy are you using? So the less energy you use during a power outage, the longer the battery will last. And the more you're capable of producing during that power outage, the longer the battery will last. Typically, I recommend being very conservative as to what we put on that battery during a power outage, because we don't know how much energy you're going to be able to produce, and we don't know how long that power outage will last. So the less we put on the battery during a power outage, the longer the battery will last. Typically, I recommend putting on what I would consider to be critical loads. Critical loads being things like the furnace, the refrigerators, the sump pump or the well pump, the garage door, internet, some lights and some outlets. Lithium-ion batteries are more efficient at charging and discharging than lithium-ion. And lithium-ion batteries are safer than lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion batteries don't heat up when they're charging and discharging like lithium-ion batteries do. And lithium-ion batteries have a longer life expectancy than lithium-ion batteries.
Matt, I'm going to get solar power, but I've been told it's useless unless I have a battery. Is that true?
So is solar power useless unless you have a battery? Solar is going to produce electricity that you use during the day. Some days your solar is going to produce more than you use. If you have batteries, there's two advantages. Batteries are going to allow you to store some of that extra energy in the battery before you sell it to the grid. And the battery will allow you to be able to use that stored energy later in the day when the solar is not producing. And then the second bigger benefit to the battery is that during a power outage, the battery is going to provide you with some backup power during that power outage. But they're really two separate projects happening at the same time. Your solar panels produce electricity for you to use in your house, and they help you to reduce your electricity bill. The battery allows you to store some of that energy and reuse it later, helping to reduce your electricity bill. And the battery provides you with backup power during a power outage. You cannot use your solar during a power outage unless you have a battery.
Matt, what type of battery should I get? There seems to be a number of kinds.
There are a few different kinds of batteries with solar today. The technology is changing very quickly, and the options of what's available is also changing very quickly. Which battery you should get depends on a couple different things. One, importantly, what do you want to be able to do with that battery during a power outage? Are you trying to run your whole house during a power outage? Are you only wanting to run the critical loads during a power outage? Do you want to be able to recharge that battery with a generator if you need to? So there are several different types of batteries, several different types of scenarios, and it depends on what you want to be able to do with that battery during a power outage, and also balancing that with what you're willing to invest in it.
Matt, how much does a battery cost?
How much does a battery cost? And if you want to know how much a battery costs and what the different options are, then call me today. I'll tell you over the phone.
Tell me about the different batteries. I've heard of the lithium batteries, but what other ones are out there?
There's two different chemistries to batteries. There's either lithium ion or the lithium iron. Most of the manufacturers seem to be moving towards lithium iron. Lithium iron is a little bit more expensive on the manufacturing side, and it's a more stable element, meaning that it doesn't heat up and get hot when it's charging and discharging like a lithium ion battery does. Lithium iron, being a more stable element, is expected to have a longer life expectancy than the lithium iron. We're moving away from the lithium ion. Even the new Tesla Powerwall 3 is lithium iron. Years ago, we did daisy chain marine style batteries together for backup power, but typically with grid tied systems, which most of us are grid tied. We're not off grid when we go solar in most cases. Unless we're off grid, we're not using those daisy chained marine style or car batteries. We're using larger batteries, typically about the size of a very large suitcase, if wall mounted. Now today, batteries are either going inside of attached garages or they might go outside, depending on where we live.